We have had Biden in office for about 6 months, a little over 6 months now. A little recap based on how he has performed, whether it's COVID, whether it's the filibuster. What do you think of what Biden has done and keeping on his promises to people who has voted for him?
He gets an F from me. And the reason he gets an F is the same reason his predecessor, Barack Hussein Obama, got an F. They did nothing for Black people. Joe Biden's first day in office, he signed the anti-transgender bill. The first day.
Mm-hmm.
So he went from the inauguration straight to the Oval Office to protect the rights of transgenders. Now, let me be clear. I don't have a problem with no right that seeks to protect any human being from being abused or discriminated against in terms of employment, healthcare, livelihood. I don't have a problem with that. I don't agree with the lifestyle, but I don't have a problem with the human rights being upheld. You understand?
Yes.
But here's the question. Why did you feel the need to single out discrimination against transgenders? Why didn't you just sign a bill against discrimination at all?
Period.
Because Black people have been dealing with discrimination for 400 years, but he singled out transgender as a way of distracting away from and ignoring the racism and discrimination that Black people suffer from. He did it again when he signed the anti-Asian bill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was not against racism in America. It was against racism against Asians in America. So if you practice racism against Black people, it's okay. There's no laws that stop you from being racist against Black people. We're simply saying that you can't be racist against Asians and Pacific Islanders. Now, as bad as that was, and as disrespectful as that was, I'm glad it happened because Black people needed to see the Democrats walk right by you and straight to the Asian waiting room and walk right by you and straight into the homosexual waiting room and give them protections against discrimination while they give you none. And you've been dealing with exactly what the transgender and the Asians been dealing with for 400 years. And they can get a special protection, but you can't. But guess what? We will still run out there and vote Democrat anyway in 4 more years because we have been brainwashed by the Black intelligentsia, the coon Illuminati, and the untalented 10th to believe that the Democratic Party is the vanguard of the Black struggle. You cannot name anything Joe Biden has done for Black people that has been better than anything Donald Trump has done for Black people. You can't name anything Barack Obama did for Black people that's better than what George Bush did for Black people, because none of them, Democrat or Republican, gives a damn about Black people.
Wow. Thank you so much for, touching on those topics. I want to give an opportunity if there's anything else. We're going to wrap it up again and talk about, you coming to Miami, but if there's an opportunity,
yes,
anything that you wanted to express.
I want to take this time, and I'm sitting inside of the Honorable Marcus Garvey Elementary School. Y'all see it behind me. We're working on it. We're trying to get it ready. We want to have a grand opening Kwanzaa week. We want to have 7 nights of Kwanzaa right here. So that's what we're working on. But I want to invite all my supporters and all my donors to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy campus. We have 4 buildings. We will be hosting our very first community event on Saturday, September the 11th. I repeat, Saturday, September the 11th, 911. Join us, 600 East 17th Street, 600 East 17th Street for the first annual Black Power Block Party. If you want to be a vendor, if you want to be a performer, we will have links for that coming out this weekend. We will also have a free registration link because it doesn't cost you to attend the fest. Food, games, raffles, free t-shirts, book bag giveaways, vendors, performers, music. It's going to be off the chain. I want everybody here. My American Africans, my Central and South American Africans, my Caribbean Africans, my Asian and European Africans, my continental Africans, Canadian Africans, Australian Africans. And I want to say thank you to all of our donors, because this is the first school since Marcus Garvey that was funded and founded by donations from African people on every single continent. No other school since Garvey, it's been 100 years. No school since Garvey has been able to do that. And by the way, my brother, Marcus Garvey incorporated the Black Star Line steamship company in Delaware in 1919. We acquired this school in 2019. The struggle continues.
That's amazing. Congratulations on that, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Can you, before we wrap it up with, again, letting everybody know where you're going to be in Miami.
Yes.
Can you please explain to those who may not understand what Pan-Africanism is, please?
Yes. We can summarize Pan-Africanism in 4 principles. And of course, Pan-Africanism will be a curriculum taught inside the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Principle number 1, African people must identify as African people first. There is no membership, there is no in-group that is more sacred than your racial membership, because it is biological, it is spiritual, it is genetic, it is ancestral, and it is historical. So being African is more important than being Muslim. Being African is more important than being Christian. Being African is more important than being American. Being African is more important than being a fraternity member, sorority member, Masonic Lodge member. No group you belong to is more important than being African, because it's the only one you can never opt out of. You can opt out the church, you can opt out the mosque, you can opt out the lodge, you can opt out the frat. You African for the rest of your life. And we should identify as being African first. Number 2, as Africa, the continent, goes, so goes all African people around the world. We will never liberate ourselves as American Africans. We will never liberate ourselves as Caribbean Africans and Central and South American Africans until we unite our struggle with the global African struggle, which is coming out of the soil of Mother Africa herself. As the mother goes, so goes the children. There will never be liberation in the diaspora until there's liberation on the continent. Number 3, self-determination in everything. Whatever is to be done for African people must be done by African people. So right now we're building this school. We're not taking no grants. We're not taking no loans. We're not taking no handouts. This is not a charter school. Why am I doing it that way? Because only if you control the institution can you direct the future of the institution. And so we have to understand that anything that is to be done for us must be done by us without any non-African participation. So that means if we are to build strong Black communities, we got to build strong Black families, and a strong Black family can only be built with a Black man and a Black woman. We do not support interracial marriages any way, shape, form, or fashion. We have nothing against the white woman. We have nothing against the Chinese woman. We have nothing against the Jewish woman, but we are in love with the Black woman, and we are in love with the Black family, and we are in love with Black culture. And that is why everything we do, from the institutions to the organizations to the building of the Black family, must be done exclusively with Black power, Black energy, Black people. And the final principle is, I would say, and there's several principles, but the final principle is independent economic and political power. We have to get out of the Democratic Party. We have to get out of the Republican Party and build our own party, build our own political union. We have to take our money out of the white banks and build our own credit unions, build our own banks, build our own savings and loans institutions. 2 words summarize the entire Pan-African platform: our own. And 1 word summarizes the heart and soul of Pan-Africanism, and that is independence. Independence now, independence forever. Until we control our supermarkets, our communities, our hospitals, our community security, until we control our shipping industries, until we have our own manufacturing programs, only then can we secure destiny and future for the next generation. Only when you own can you control, and only when you control can you determine the outcome.
Thank you so much for breaking that down. We're looking forward for you coming to Miami.
Yes, sir.
Please let everyone know where you'll be when it's happening and what to expect.
Yes, family, please come on out. This Saturday, the day after tomorrow, Saturday, July 24th. Saturday, July 24th, Dr. Umar back in Miami, first time since 2015, 2 p.m. until 8 p.m., Dorothy Bendross Economic Institute, 5120 Northwest 24th. That's 5120 Northwest 24th in Miami. 2 to 4, lecture and conversation. 4 to 8, book signing and special ed clinic. Can't wait to get to Miami. Today is the first day of Leo season. I'm a Leo. Garvey's a Leo. His Majesty Haile Selassie is a Leo. Edward Wilmot Blyden is a Leo. Menelik II, who beat the Italians, is a Leo. It's not only Pan-African season, it's Leo season. That's why I got my Leo colors on. It's all about the Leos right now. It's time to roar. Shout out to the Lion Kings and shout out to the Lion Queens.
All right. When is your Earth Strong?
821.
That's what's up.
Anniversary of the Nat Turner War, anniversary of the Haitian Revolution, and anniversary of the George Jackson War against the prisons in San Quentin.
All right, just short of a month to go on that. Let everybody know how they can get in contact with you, whether it's website and information like that.
Definitely. Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me at Dr. Umar Johnson on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook, Dr. Umar Ifatunde. Phone number 215-989-9858. If you need the flyer, 215-989-9858. Can't wait to get to Miami. It's been way too long.
All right. Safe travels, my brother. You got a strong hand there. You held it down with that phone, man.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, black man.
Thank you again for the opportunity.
Last but not least,
yes,
support the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Hit your Cash App, $FDMG School. I repeat, hit your Cash App, $FDMG School, or hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. FDMG School Cash App, FDMG Academy PayPal.
We got it, brother. Thank you so much. All right.
Appreciate you now. Be blessed.